Collective. It's been Aspiraltotheself to the Self, another astrological energy forecast. This will be for the week of December 8th to the 14th of 2025. Thank you so much for clicking on to my video. If you're a returning member, subscriber, or viewer, welcome back, so family. It's good to see you guys again. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for all your likes, your shares, your comments, subscribes, super thanks, and donations. I truly appreciate them all. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. It's good to see a new face here. Now, before I get into my whole intro and prayers and things like I normally do, if you like the hoodie dress that I am wearing right now, this is from a brand called Lazy One, okay? They sell anything that is your comfort wear, your pajamas, what have you. And ladies, they even have a like moo-moo, like think like a hoodie dress, but thicker material that's got like that sheepskin feel on the outside, goes well past your knees, and is Sherpa lined on the inside. It's like my all-time favorite thing to wear during the wintertime. Forget Snuggies, this is something you can wear literally all day, all day, every day. And if it's something you're interested in, check out the affiliated link in the description box in the comment section. It'll take you to all their other merchandise. If you don't want the, the plaid one, the notorious Christmas themed ones. See, I wear it because it's my lineage colors, so I'm blending in with the couch here. Don't think that's lost on me. Like I'm seeing it, but I don't care, right? So if that's something you're interested in, you want to get warmer, you want to give the perfect gift, check that out in the description box and the comment section. Okay, so getting into my intro, I will be pulling oracle cards. Okay, typically I do this to provide the overall theme of the week, like the aspects of the week. However, we have a significant event this week, which is the 12/12 portal. Therefore, I will be pulling oracle cards for that. Keep in mind that these are general oracle card readings. They will not and may not resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. Please don't try to make the story fit if it doesn't fit. If it's not resonating with you, it just means I'm not picking up on your energy, which is perfectly okay. All right? Just take what resonates and leave the rest. And along those lines, in the areas of legal, law, finance, health, mental health, please know that I'm not an expert in those areas, nor do I claim to be, and if I mention them at all, it is either what my intuition is picking up on or it's literally on the cards themselves. However, if it truly does resonate for you, I highly encourage you to speak to those experts in those areas of expertise. Oracle, tarot is just supposed to provide you with clarity of what you already truly know, so if it seems like a huge shocker to you, it ain't it, okay? I am also the author, the Ulrich, of both fairy tales in my hand here, The Princess and Her Inner Voice, which is a fairy tale written for children about their intuition, what it is, how it speaks to them, and how if they listen to it, it can help them to overcome all obstacles, help them to heal from all traumas, as well as get them to their happy ending in whichever way that looks for them. It's a very self-love and self-worth based fairy tale. As well as The Dark High Priestess and the Prophecy Queen Unseen. This is a fairy tale written for adults about healing and overcoming spiritual warfare and narcissistic abuse from family members and friends. It's told through the viewpoint of a divine feminine who realizes that her own mother has cursed her life and tried to offer her up as an offering to an entity in exchange for wealth, and she had anybody and everybody on the payroll to help her to accomplish this goal. So this divine feminine had to separate from literally everybody she's ever known, cleanse her energy, reclaim her power, and heal herself so that way she could be in alignment with her purpose, which essentially means collective freedom, blessings, and peace. Okay, both these fairy tales are in the Bard format, which means they rhyme. So think like the content of Grimm's fairy tales and the format of Dr. Seuss. They are written and illustrated in such a way to heal and appeal to your inner child as you read them. They're short or sweet, they inspire hope, and they make you feel good as you read them. The audio books are attached as video for convenience. However, if you feel so truly inclined to purchase the physical copies, thank you. You can find them on online retailers such as Amazon, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble, to name a few. The Princess and Her Inner Voice is a second edition print, which means that the autographed first edition, as well as my products, may be found on my website, which is www.astrologyforecast.com. All of the information will be in the description box below for your convenience, as well as all my social media platforms and pages, so that we do not get scammed by people or pages pretending to be me. As always, to provide an energetic boundary for what I will allow in a reading or forecast, I begin each with a prayer. I call upon God, Vanja, great goddess more than 23, Lu, the archangels, my ancestors, and the seen unseen. Please only allow this reading and forecast what I call upon, which is high vibrational energy and frequency. If any low vibrational entities brings energy try to come through, try to project, open a portal, remove, monitoring spirit in the past, but the future, I ask that you block by the blind and immediately return to center 100-fold, which will give you full consent to intervene and to intercede on my behalf, whichever way you deem fit. Please allow me to see you with the collective know, right? Clear concise messages. If anyone tries to abuse technology in any kind of way in the past, present, and the future, I ask that you block by the blind and immediately return to center 100-fold, which will give you full consent to hold them accountable and bring them to justice in your way. Please protect me, this channel, the video, and the viewers. I deliver divinely guided message. Any curses, hexes, evil eye, black magic, witch and bindings, let them be blocked by and blinded and immediately return to center 100-fold. The sinner's mask be ripped off, they'll be able to hide. All their lies, deceit, and ill intentions will become exposed and publicly known. By my will, so mote that be. Okay. So I really appreciate you guys for bearing with me as I get through the much needed and required spiritual and legal disclaimers that I have to do at the beginning of each video. I understand it's tedious, just like there's a frequency in the background that's 741, 963, as well as 144 hertz, okay? If you are someone who knows anything about frequencies, you know they're not demonic. They are literally there to help assist with healing, specifically your throat chakra, your crown chakra, and 144 hertz is your intuition, but also is a high vibrational frequency. It's literally the same frequency that you hear when your ears ring, which means that there is a warning or message coming to you from the angelic realm. So not demonic. I just feel the need to have to say that because people be crazy. The low vibrational crowd likes to put themselves in my comments and out themselves about how it really irritates their demons. So, you know, just stating that for you, because as you're listening to this, it's designed to essentially help you heal and to be in alignment with those things, help you to, you know, reconnect with your own intuition, but it's also there to protect you. Okay, like anytime I show my face, I play those frequencies. So it's there to heal, but it's also to protect both me and you. So just keep that in mind, and you know, you're so welcome that your safety is one of my priorities. So getting into the forecast for this week. So typically I begin the forecast going over the background energies, which is the retrogrades, and I get into the weekly, and then I get into the daily, and at the very end I do the corresponding chakra that will be mostly impacted this week. If you can't tell with all the red, it's gonna be the root chakra. The root is on fire. So let's get into the retrograde energies. So we have Neptune retrograde, which will station direct this week. We'll be in retrograde until December 11th of 2025. This is where there's disillusion, sphere, idealism, and universal understanding. Then we have Chiron retrograde, which will be in retrograde until January 1st of 2026. This is where we're taking the actions needed to transmute a very, very specific wound into a blessing in our lives. And it's been very consistent in the collective tarot readings that we are essentially at that final stretch, okay? Like, I mean, it says that we are in that period when it comes to retrograde, but it's like collective tarot readings is like that. It's the final push. It's the final countdown. Like you're at the finish line here. There's some loose ends that have to be wrapped up, but it's like you're going to be doing that in the next couple weeks with this, and it's definitely been prevalent in the forecast as well to confirm that for you. There's a lot of healing going on within relationships. There's a lot of conversations being had. It's a lot of just figuring out what you want from life and not settling for less, okay? And you get that blessing once you learn that lesson, okay? So you heal the wound, you get the blessing. Then we have Uranus retrograde until February 3rd of 2026. This is where we're blocking old patterns, trusting our inner guidance, as well as making radical changes to our security and finance. Then we have Jupiter retrograde, which will be in retrograde until March 10th of 2026. This is where we're healing old wounds, reevaluating what truly brings us comfort and security, as well as inner peace. Again, it's just reflective of the times. It's reflective of the season. Typically during fall and winter seasons, we do a lot of introspection. We think of what went right, what went wrong. How can we make it better for, you know, the next blooms of the next year, you know, because in bulk, which is the very, very beginning stages of spring, will be February 1st. So it's like you're thinking of what you should do. You're, you know, reaping your rewards here. You're taking part in your harvest, and you are figuring out what worked, what didn't, you know, what you truly want from life. But it's also a slow down period. It's a rest period as well. Think of like majority of creatures hibernate, or, you know, they're not acting in their summer productivity, so it's not normal for human beings to do so as well. So keep that in mind, because you may be feeling the urge to complete a lot of tasks, but not having the energy or, you know, just the drive to do it. And it's just designed that way. It's an innate thing. It's just nature, okay? So getting into the 1212 portal. 1212 is the angel number for a new beginning. You're getting ready for a new beginning. It's here. You know, the following portals, we had the 1010 portal. That's initiation, that's awakening, that's listening to your intuition. 1111 portal, that was getting on the right path. Now 1212, you did all the work. You were initiated, you were awakened, you followed your intuition. Now you're at that new beginning, okay? And it's following right after a super full moon in Gemini. So it's an auspicious time for you. So let's get into what Spirit wants you to know about it. Spirit, what is the themes, or what are the themes for this 1212 portal? What is this new beginning going to be about that you want the collective to know, Spirit? What do you want the collective to know about this new beginning, this 1212 portal? What do you want the collective to know? What do you want the collective to know about this 1212 portal? Oh, it's magnetization, your vibe. your vibe. You're being guided on where you need to raise your vibration so that way you can attract what it is that you want. And it's going to come from you surrendering your grief. So, I mean, the super full moon in Gemini was all about release. So you're releasing the grief, you're releasing the sorrow, you're releasing the pain here that was holding you back. So that way you can be in alignment to raise your vibration to whatever it is that you were wanting to attract, whether it be abundance. And abundance can be anything. It's not just like money, okay? Abundance in love, abundance in health, abundance in good decision making, right? And that your intuition is going to help you to lead the way. It's going to tell you. And you may even be feeling a lot through your senses at this time. Your senses could be on overdrive here because it says to know, to see, and to feel. So it's going to be something more than just a dream or a vision. You're going to feel it throughout your whole core. You know, like how they say gut responses. Like, listen to your body. If it feels wrong, it's wrong. Like, go away from it, okay? Tell us more about the themes of this 12/12 portal. As always, with any kind of significant astrological celestial event, I encourage you to cleanse out your energy, keep up with your prayer game, okay? Take your ritual baths, ritual showers, because we all know you're going to get something new here. And the people who don't want the collective to rise or to succeed, you know, out of jealousy, out of envy, or having something to prove to somebody, they're going to try to stop you from going through this 12/12 portal. I mean, they could stop you through going through the other ones, but they will try. And if you are someone who resonates with the fact of spiritual warfare and people trying to keep you and hold you back, then this is nothing new to you. You know to keep doing it. I'm just keeping you on the up and up to make sure you keep up with your prayer game. Do your return to senders and your prayers. I definitely post them on the community board for you guys all the time. Keep up with the dream state prayers, you know, too, because there's been a heavy amount of that. People doing a lot of mental magic and dream state, you know, intrusions, trying to play puppet master to get you to like essentially sabotage your own life, cast illusions. There's definitely a lot of illusions casting, okay? But know that you are protected and loved and nothing but positivity and abundance flows your way. You just have to do certain things because there's fated events. Fated events have to happen. Okay, and unfortunately you got to go through things until those fate events happen. But those things that are occurring, like the spiritual warfare, draws those fate events closer and closer to wrap this up. Okay, so just FYI with that. Spirit, what do you want the collection about this 12/12 portal? So we have here, and I can't even make it up because I saw it when I shuffled, on the super full moon in Gemini. So here recently, there's been people playing in it. You know, summoning power here to affect your family with the number 4, your 4th house, your family, your foundations, okay? Trying to summon power here. And you receive some kind of intuitive guidance about this. See for some kind of messages here. Because you know you're going to get a river of blessings. You're releasing constraints on getting these blessings in your life. You just have to have courage at this time. And the number 2 here is 1, your 2nd house, which is your finances, your material aspects, but also 222 is the angel number for bringing balance to your life. We do have a moon in Libra this week, which is all about, you know, balance and bringing harmony to relationships. So it's like, have the courage here. You've been receiving some kind of intuitive messages about any kind of spiritual warfare. That's something that you've been going through. Everybody and their mama knows that you're going to be getting a river of blessings and they're just trying to stop you. Okay, it's been a very consistent theme in all of the collective tarot readings. Everybody knows that you're going to get some kind of level up and they don't want you to get it or they want to steal it. It's nothing new. Same shit, different day, right? The bottom feeders want to, you know, ride the coattails of your blessings. They want to take it from you, and if they can't have it, they don't want you to have it. So that's why it's always important and pertinent to keep up with your spiritual hygiene, okay? Have the courage here. Have strength. And if you see this picture here, you got this big lion, okay? You are protected, okay? The veil is very thin. The other side has complete access to us. There's nothing that you really need to do to thin the veil any more than it is to allow them to intervene and to intercede on your behalf, okay? And this week, we have 3 meteor shower peak days, which meteor shower peak days are lucky and significant celestial events. And one of those meteor shower peak days, it's the monoceratid meteor shower peak day, which means the unicorn, okay? It's all about the unseen, the connection to the ethereal realms, okay? So it's here, okay? So it's here. When I say you are loved and protected, I fully mean that 100%. Affirm it, believe it, own it, okay? Like, you're going to be just fine. Your spiritual team's got these people in a chokehold. They just can't stop, won't stop, because they know that the rest of their life's going to be shit. And they just don't think that it can be any worse, okay? But it can, yeah. Because you're going to have true love come in, compassion. That true love is the true love of self, and that's going to be reflected back to you from another, okay? When it says that you're rising your vibration through releasing any kind of grief or sorrow, despair, that you're going to be attracting here whatever it is that you're wanting. And it looks through, it's like the power of self-love. Spirit, give us more about this 12/12 portal. Tell us more about this 12/12 portal. We want the collection to know about this. We want the collection to know about this 12/12 portal. So we have the challenger, okay? Yeah, someone's trying to challenge you in every possible way, okay? Again, the whole spiritual warfare, you know, the people, the bottom feeders, the parasites, okay? Just know that this is on purpose. It's on purpose, okay? It's to trigger something within you so you can heal. And again, that's Chiron retrograde energy. It's on purpose, okay? It's to help you to heal. Help you to heal something very significant that's going to lead to that blessing that comes in. So it's like these people think that they're sabotaging you when in actuality, the divine, the universe is using your odds, your enemies to level you up. Everything's working in your favor, okay? Everything's working in your favor. You are right now trying to become a vibrational match for whatever it is that you desire. Again, 10-10, very significant. Then we have the collective conscious, but also your 10th house is your social circles. It's your, no, that's the 11th house. Your 10th house is like your career, I believe. I get the 10th and 11th always mixed up. It's like your career, what you do for work. So maybe you could be doing something for your business here. But the collective consciousness, again, if you're overwhelmed by all the energies that's going on, you are attuned. Again, it says to know, to feel. If you feel energies off within you, all of a sudden feel depressed or sad, or you feel like you shouldn't work today, you know, or I'll just do it next week. I deserve a rest, okay? And that's not your typical thoughts, okay? Banish that, rebuke that in the mighty name of Jesus, okay? Block, bind, and blind, and immediately turn that shit to sender 100-fold, okay? Like, that's not yours. So cleanse out your energy. Cleansing is very, very important, okay? Because right now you may be putting too much time in one area of your life and neglecting others, and you need to balance that out. Again, it's like, it has to do with self-love. It has to do with releasing some kind of grief, releasing some kind of sadness. Again, you're transmuting a very, very specific wound, and that's gonna be very specific to you. And you're releasing it so that we can release any kind of constraints to you getting this blessing. And anybody that's trying to do anything to you, they're just helping you get it. Because they're gonna trigger that wound within you. It's gonna be brought to the surface, and you're gonna know exactly what to heal. So, FYI. Spirit, what else do you want the collectors to know about this? Commitment, a contract. Taking steps. There's going to be some kind of commitment, contract that you're going to be taking steps towards because you are worthy. Your self-worth has brought this along. It could be by way of some kind of professional assistance, which this card means, like attorneys, investigators, lawyers, when it comes to some kind of smear campaign, gossip, slander, 333, connection of angel number of alignment, connection of mind, body, and soul. So it's like you are manifesting this. You are in alignment for it. So you're in this new beginning, which is also triggering a certain chain of events. Again, the more people do to you, the more they're triggering these chain of events. If they really didn't want you to get it, they just leave it fucking alone. They're aiding you. They're helping you. Like the more they do, the more this professional assistance is going to come when it comes to people who thought that they could speak on your name without any kind of consequence. Actions got consequences though, and you're going to be holding people accountable. Your personal guides are going to be telling you kind of things that you need to do in case you're going back and forth of what you're supposed to be doing, because you are going to be rising from the depths from any kind of stuck energy. But you need to be aware that someone here is going to have hidden intentions to try to ask you some questions, to try to learn from you. So someone's going to come in and try to ask, some questions because they know that you're a healer, you're a helper, okay? They're going to ask you for some kind of advice. They got hidden motivations for doing so. So be wary of that. Listen to your intuition here. Listen to your higher self. And that your gratitude attitude is helping to balance things out here, giving you that wealth because you went through this transformation. And that you have the divine presence in your life. Again, 444 is the angel for your protection, guided by the angelic realms, telling you that someone's going to have some kind of hidden motivations. Again, asking you for help, asking you for advice. And they're trying to have the courage to face the unknown because they know shit's going to stay the same with you having happy success and love and wealth because you're manifesting with the universe at this time. So again, like, be wary of people with hidden motivations and intentions. Try to ask you for help, trying to ask you for shit. The divine's going to be blowing up your intuition, your dream state, giving you all the tea, all the receipts of what you need to know about this individual, because they know, again, that they can't stop you, they can't block you, nor can they take it from you. You're going to get it. Now they want to come ask you for help, ask you for advice. What blunt advice from the collectors know? Listen, bitch, you are your own ride or die. Show yourself some damn love and kindness. Yes. Listen, bitch, no more one-sided love stories if they're not choosing you to move on. Knowing your worth. which looks like you know your worth because you are in alignment for all this. So getting into the daily energies, we have December 8th, Venus contra parallels Jupiter, Mars square Saturn. You may feel torn between whatever feels safe and comfortable and exploring new paths when it comes to love and money. Keep your plans private. Like, don't be telling people your stuff, okay? Outside influence is what destroys things. Your passion and faith and your goals will break through any illusions-based obstacles. So any kind of obstacles that you are having in this area is an illusion. But your passion and your faith will effortlessly break through those. December 9th, Uranus opposition Lilith, monocerotic meteor shower peak day. Rethink at this time any radical changes to your finances or security, as it will put unnecessary burdens to healing a relationship without self-abandonment. The day is lucky again for healing, purity, seeing the unseen, and having a connection with the ethereal realms. December 10th, this is when Neptune stations direct. The moon goes in sign of Virgo. Mercury oppositions Uranus. Mercury conjunctions Lilith. You're entering a phase of some discussions that will need to happen privately because of their direct nature. And while they may cause some tension, may cause some kind of conflict here, there could be some raised voices, they will ultimately bring healing without you losing yourself. Your intuition will guide you toward serving others and show you the plan to do so. December 11th, Mercury goes into the sign of Sagittarius, which is the detriment sign for Mercury. Until December 31st of 2025, I will attach that reading to this video for you guys in case you're wanting to understand the collective messages behind all this, which actually coincides with the messages that came out. Like in that reading, it's like someone who's been doing all the woo-woo to you realizes that you're not one to play with, right? Like, it's not for play. Don't run now, bitch. Don't run now, you know, because like all that shit's coming back. Like, your return to sender game is, it's chef's kiss, and it is coming back on these people so hard and with a fierceness that one person here that wants to come ask you for help, that wants to give you some kind of love offer, wants to make you some kind of offer, some kind of contract, some kind of commitment, has been purposely reversing the spell work because they know you will return it. So, and they're already paying for all the other shit. It's like the definition of insanity, like doing something over and over again, thinking that you're going to get a different result. It's like they've been doing it for all this time, think they're going to get a different result, and they haven't, other than just completely devastated their lives. Their lives are a dumpster fire, and it's like they're realizing shit's going to stay the same to your happiness and love and wealth, and they can't disrupt it, they can't stop it, they can't steal it, okay? And it's come out in all these readings. It's very consistent in the energy, so FYI with that. All right, so pursuing alternate avenues and relationships and finance will assist with aligning with your purpose, okay? But again, I forgot to mention that Mercury in Sagittarius, just in case. It's a time of optimism, blunt and philosophical conversations. December 12th, again, the 12/12 portal. It's also the moon goes in the sign of Libra. Hydrid meteor shower peak day. Your intuition will be focused on bringing balance and harmony to your life, to your relationships. It's a lucky day for dark events to be revealed, of the safety of home or homeland being at risk, as well as the ability to probe into the bigger issues and problems of life. This is a blessing in disguise. This is not what it seems. December 13th, Mercury sextiles Pluto. There'll be many opportunities to discuss these new philosophical ideas about societal shifts and power dynamics. Okay, think about society at large, politics, things like that need to be changed. This may create some kind of rift in your relationship, but it's meant to happen. So FYI with that. December 14th, Mars squares Neptune, Sun trines Chiron, Moon in Scorpio, which is a detriment sign for the Moon, Neptune trines Lilith, Geminid meteor shower peak day. You are in a new period of healing a relationship and clearing past fears or confusions. Your passion for your goals will override any kind of anxieties or worries. A new wave of optimism will help turn old wounds into blessings. The energy is disharmonious, though, to pursuing your passions, to being perceptive, or to be intimate with other people. The day is lucky to have inspirational ideas on how two things are united to deal with polarities and find successful resolutions. Now, getting into the chakra that coincides with all this, especially when we use words safety and security, it's root chakra. Okay, your root chakra is down here, like right above where your private areas are, your no square. I had to teach my kids that recently, and my husband laughed because I had to do the song. So your root chakra, it's your ability to feel safe, secure. It's your ability to have financial foundations, okay? It's your place in society. It's also where you have your earliest recorded memories, especially when it comes to your tribe, your family, your town, your society, okay? It's feeling safe and secure, but also being able to pursue your wants and your needs, okay? Having your needs met. It's security, it's fight or flight. Again, your earliest recorded experience recorded here of the tribal power, group identity, group force, group willpower, and group belief patterns. Again, there's a lot of philosophical ideas that are shaping within you right now, and it's based off of your root chakra here, okay? It's a foundation of emotional mental health, as our emotional and psychological stability originates from the family, and it could be where you have to do the most healing work, to be honest with you guys, especially if you come from really karmic families. It manifests our need for logic, order, and structure. Our original feelings about ourselves, the right to exist, to be loved, and have our needs met, stimulates from the root chakra. The yang function of the root chakra is how we put ourselves into the world and how successful we are at surviving. The yin function of the chakra is how able we are to receive material abundance and keep our will to live alive, which I know can be challenging at times. Mental and emotional issues about physical, family, group safety and security, and ability to provide for life's necessities, ability to stand up for the self, which leads, if it's out of misalignment, malfunction can lead to chronic lower back pain, sciatica, varicose veins, rectal tumors, cancer, depression, immune-related disorders, okay, which can also stimulate into alcohol abuse, hard drugs, sex, overeating, reproductive issues, childhood issues, sexual dysfunction, urinary tract issues. Okay, so if this chakra is out of misalignment malfunction, it's loss and lack mentality, like you'll never have enough love, you'll never have enough money, okay, like that you're never going to get anywhere, and it completely halts you on your path. It blocks you from going forward. You may be healing this chakra this week, and if that is so, I will attach the playlist at the very end of this video for you guys that has all of the frequencies for that. I want to say it's like 396 hertz, which is the frequency for the root. I'm not entirely 100% on that. I know it's in the 300s. So definitely check that out if that's something that you need help with. There's also guided meditations. There's also like return to senders and advanced witchcraft and things like that to listen to, which actually do work. So especially when you have intention, you utilize them with your ritual baths, your ritual showers, when you utilize them with your prayers, okay? Like they're very, very powerful. The power of sound is very, very powerful, and people don't give it enough credit, okay? So fears of this chakra are all physical survival, abandonment by the group, and loss of physical order. It's a source of passion, raw primal feelings, including rage, terror, joy, survival energy, the material energy for achieving life's purpose, as well as fundamental program about what we deserve in and out of life. Again, because you did the healing work here, you know what you deserve in life, and that's why you're bringing in that alignment, that professional assistance with any kind of gossip, slander, character defamation. It's also the recipient chakra for Kundalini, the fire energy. It communicates physical or emotional needs through sensory impressions like aches and pains. Physical awareness, touches, smells, and vibrations, movements, and feelings. Includes getting sick to become aware of a problem. And if you're trying to put this chakra back into alignment, again, I mentioned the frequency, but also eating 3 balanced meals a day, exercising most definitely, like walking is very beneficial. Just getting some good cardio is very beneficial for this chakra, but also so is celibacy and just taking your ritual baths, your ritual showers, like cleansing your energy. But it's also, it requires you to feel safe. So it's like, what makes you feel safe and secure, and reevaluating all that. All right, my lovely and beautiful collective, I hope I was able to provide you some guidance for this week, as well as what you already intuitively know. Thank you for watching. If you like my vibe in this video, please like, subscribe, definitely helps out the channel. Please stay tuned for a brief little snippet of the Dark High Priest and the Prophecy Queen of the Sea.